Hey there. Oh shit. Now we have echo. I have to turn this off. Mm. Just patient, guys. I'm trying to set this up with another camera. Can you guys hear me now? Can I get a sound check? Thank you. All right. Well, this is gonna be annoying with this camera. You can't turn down the sound, so you might not have an echo, but I will. So, yeah. All right. There we go. Welcome to the homecoming of the rebel. Okay, that's annoying. Just a second, guys. I have to fix this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. There we go. Can you hear me now? Good job. All right. Sorry about that. Let me grab my coffee. So, yeah, I came home. I've been in the US for those who don't know. Um, and hey there, Mike. Good to see you. I met a lot of good people in the US. I haven't planned much for today. I'm just gonna do a little homecoming and tell you that I'm all right, even though it took me a while to get back on track after my little trip to the US. Um, I've been in a weird state ever since I came home. Um I haven't felt like training. I haven't felt like, well, anything. Um, I don't know how to describe it, but I've been in a weird mood. I have to. Why can't we make the picture big and this toilet paper small? Ah, there we go. I'm so fucking clever. Yes, I think without me noticing it, I stressed out a little in the US. Uh, Everything combined, the traveling and the training and new environment and the culture shock and everything combined just stressed my mind a little. And and the American food certainly didn't help. That's for sure. Yeah, that's one of the topics we're going to go into today because I have never experienced so terrible food, and it's not because America doesn't know how great food tastes, because every person I've met over there has actually introduced me to great food, uh, American made food. So I know you know how good food tastes like. I just think you somehow forgot, and somehow took the easy path out. You know. Uh, yeah, and that's just a fraction of all the shit that happened over there. Um, I don't think that trip in itself was the thing. You know, the where I walked a lot. I think United States is just a stressful place. It's easy to get caught up in that environment that you have over there. That is a lot different from how things are done here. You know, over here we still have time. Everybody seems to be in a hurry to get nowhere. In the United States, even homeless people on the bus that have is yelling about the bus driver is not there on time and stuff like that. It's crazy. You know, they sleep at a bus stop for 10 hours and then they wake up and scream at the bus driver because he's not on time and stuff like that. I just seen a lot of this. I want to find the right word for it. Complaining. Americans complain a lot, you know, and they make a big scene out of it when they have something to say, you know. And I came from Danish culture where we barely talk on the train and the buses no more, to people yelling and arguing on the bus. It's pretty obvious these days. Uh, there's a big difference for what's going on over there and in my country, and but it's good and bad, you know. Yeah, I think it was much what was happening in everyday life over there, but it's better than the the silence I'm met with here in my own country. So I think that all in all, I'm happy where I am, but it was very interesting to see how you live life over there. So I'm just gonna pull mic off here while I can still reach it. Guess who's back? Back again. Sorry, that was my bad. Can you hear me? Yeah. Let's hold through. I have an echo, so I know where I can hear myself. But I think the culture in the United States is different because of the design. It is designed to be that way. Uh, I can see Americans don't stand a chance. They're born into this. I would call it an obnoxious system. That's telling everybody to do everything at any given moment. Uh, in Denmark, we're still allowed to think for ourselves. But over there, everything is just handed to you, and your media and your information guides and all that is talking to you like you're 3 years old, you know. And I have experienced a lot of intelligent people over there that needs these information like a 3 year old. But I still think that the design to talk to people that way is what causing it uh, in, instead of being the solution. I don't think I've never thought that stupefy people is the way to go. We have a society that's built on the weakest, so the strong can have any uh, I don't know. What am I trying to say here? I'm saying that your system is designed to protect the weakest and the strongest. And I'm not talking about the richest. I'm talking about the strong people, strong mentality, strong physically. The go getters. They are paying for the weak over there. They're paying the price because there's nothing for them. Everything is designed, the fast food and the media is designed for your weaker generation, is what I see. And there's nothing left for the regular people, those who can actually think for themselves. Hey there, Sensor Cactus. So the worst thing I've seen in the United States is your food. I'm terrified at going down to the shop, and I'm confused because there's 50 different choices and none of them is good. Um, and if I have to go eat, I have to go ask the locals to find me a good spot because it's impossible to find as a tourist find anything good anywhere. You know. Luckily, I ran into people who knew places, so I used my voice to find the good places to go eat, and I found some really good places over there. But if you're a tourist just visiting, you're fucked in the United States. You know, Google is not going to help you. Just going to give you 50 bad choices. The illusion of choice. Exactly, man, Wendy. That's what it is. You know, you can get 50 kind of chips, but and 50 kind of what do you call it, peanut butter, you know, but I can only get three types of meat. You know what I'm saying. But the food was one of the bad things I saw over there. Your medical industry is fucked up. I've never seen anything like it. It astonished me the same after 2 months being there as it did the first week. Um, I simply cannot get used to how many drugs you use over there, prescription drugs, or just buying drugs. Did you know when you're walking in a big city, there are more pharmacies than there are grocery stores? I've counted them in many cities. When you walk on the big street, you have more pharmacies than you have grocery stores. That's insane. That fact alone should tell you that you need to do something about it. Um, yes, and I saw in Birmingham. Uh, I didn't realize it until late. Otherwise, I would have made a bigger video about it. But when I was walking to the gym in Birmingham for training, I realized that half the city was a hospital. There were like 50 different hospital departments with veterans and children and special care, and it was insane. There were hospital departments and healthcare everywhere, you know. And I'm not talking about one or two or three places. It was 20 places on the two blocks or something like that. It was crazy. I made a little video about it where I show you the buildings, but I I couldn't even I couldn't even grasp the, what do you call it, how big the medical industry is, you know. Because all I heard the first couple of months I was there was just in the radio, all the commercials, all the shit. But later on, you realize that how big the industry really is. You know, they own half of the public buildings in every town. Is medical care, hospitals, nursery homes, whatever you want to call it. Um, so yeah, that was a big thing too for me. A hard pill to swallow, especially when I think it's bad in my country, and then I come and see in a perspective like that. And a lot of things I thought was bad in my country just were put in perspective when I came to the US. I loved my trip, I loved my adventure, but oh my God, it was nice to be home. Um, and that was a part of my trip in the first place, was to find out that I live in a good place, because the world was starting to bother me, and a trip to United States cures that. When I came home, well, basically I've been home for 3 weeks now, and I haven't had a care in the world. You know, I started making some money on my work. I didn't feel like training. You know, as it's just nice to be in a country where your kids can go outside at 10 o'clock in the evening without yeah. I did see some horrible shit in the United States, I must say. I don't want to dwell on them. I've said enough about that. But the amount of people living below the poverty line, I haven't seen in any other country I've been to. And mind me that I travel in 6, 8 countries every year to train and to compete. So yeah. But yeah, the good side is that I'm on the top of the world here. Nothing can touch me. Nothing will ever be as dangerous as the United States. Nothing will ever be as bad as I experienced over there. But so the upside is that I can do whatever the fuck I want in my own country now. I'm the king of my country. There's no worries. There's no what do you call it? Anxiety. No more. Everything is just hunky dory. So enough about that. I have to say one thing. I didn't want to do it, but I have to do it because I've seen the mayhem that the event that happened last Saturday um, had on the population. So I have to address this Trump theater that went on last week because I've seen an immense amount of theories and conspiracy theories out there. Hey there, Ellie. And I just have to be that man again that says, why, oh why are we buying into this bullshit? I've seen the first 20 conspiracy channels buying into this shit, and I saw within 2 minutes, I just opened it up, say, "Oh my God, they tried to shoot him." Because I actually spoke to some guys at Fathead's place about this, and I told them that he would be president again. Nobody believed me. I said, "Yeah, you just wait. There will be a big swing soon, and everybody will vote for Trump, and he'll be your president." And everybody said, "No, that's not going to happen." you know, and it seems like we forgot everything that we knew because everybody know that he's going to be president if they think. Everybody know that it was going to try and shoot him. You just look at that. See if I can find it. There was a there was a card in the Illuminati card game that was enough on enough is enough card uh, where they're telling you that they're going to shoot him. I think the card says, "Be aware, our snipers can get you at any time." And then they got a picture of Donald Trump on it, so I knew this was going to happen. I thought they were going to kill him, but they didn't. And I think the play now is because it's all staged. Okay, I'm going to be the first to say it. I saw it within 2 minutes looking at it. It's all staged. There's no assailant. There's no conspiracy. You know, there's no earshot. It's all bullshit. One big stage. Okay. I think that I need to make that very clear that that is my stand because everybody is talking about CIA and it was they're trying to get rid of him. It's the Democrats that's trying to kill him, and there's all kinds of weird conspiracies out there. Well, you just look at it and you see it's all staged. You know, you can see the people behind them. You can go look it up for yourself. You know, they bent down with Donald Trump. Everybody, they are filming. None of them is running for their life. Everything about that moment is not good. It's weird. So it's very easy to see that that whole tribune behind him is paid actors. It's as simple as that. They're crisis actors, all of them. This is the new what do you call it? Empty hand, the hand you don't see. So with that in mind, it doesn't matter who the potential shooter was. It doesn't matter who potentially was behind it, because they're all in the same boat. You know, I know people in here probably know what I'm talking about, but I still need to say this to this one viewer that comes by and think there's a difference between Democrats and Republicans in your country. You know, that's not. They're all in it together. And I'm not only talking Democrats and Republicans. I'm talking Ukraine. I'm talking Putin. I'm talking all the big leaders in this world are in it together. We know this. So why are we buying into this bullshit? Yeah, I think I said that. um, yeah, it's one big club and you ain't in it. I need some more coffee. So I'm not going to talk about that. Instead of going to talk about what it means, because that's what they don't want us to see. They don't want to see us where they're going with this. So they want us to chase our own tail and the conspiracy behind who made the shot and whatever and with directions and whoa, you know. They're putting Trump in the first line. Trump is gonna be your hero, your savior, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's not about voting. It's already determined that he is the next guy again. You know. Let me play you a little clip. See if I can do this. I have a little clip we can watch together.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
But a bright line in the sand, and
Enough is
we will
enough.
protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
It's in the cards, folks.
Lashley wins, losing his hair.
Talking Points believes enough is enough with the anti-Trump movement. Man won the election, give him a chance.
And now you're going to run for president. Don't you think that's a really cool idea, you guys? You'll keep them honest. You'll keep them honest, Donald. Personally, I hope you win, because I can't wait for the the inauguration.
This will be the year the American people say enough is enough. This will finally be the year the American people say enough is enough. Enough is enough.
It was the American people saying enough is enough. They're fed up.
And say enough is enough.
Say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And we do not tolerate this kind of behavior in this country.
Me, the guy who hosted The Apprentice and sold steaks. But enough is enough. It has to be stopped. It has to be stopped now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I think you get the point. Have we forgotten that? Let me remind you that that card game with that card in it was made in 1993. Let that sink in for a minute. They missed. Listen. They plan 100 years ahead. There is no oopsie daisies. There is no diversion. The manuscript is made, and they're following it to the last little dot. So when I hear people who know this, I've seen channels who knows this, what I'm saying right now, and yet they are sitting talking about they're trying to kill him. And who is trying to kill him? I mean, for fuck's sake. Are we that stupid? We know they're going to come out with all this smoke whale, and they say, oh, we have to get to the bottom of this. Who tried to kill Donald Trump? No, why? Listen, I believe they killed Kennedy, and these people, if they decide to kill somebody, they don't miss. They use magic bullets, remember? There are redundancy to make sure when they take a decision like that, they kill people. They die. So when they wing a man, or let's say two guys, because Reagan was winged too, remember? It's all part of the plan. They don't make mistakes. They want to seem like they don't have control. They want you to believe they are losing control. But everything is according to plan, I promise you. So what are they trying to do with this? I think they are setting up Trump to be the leader of the Western world. When they say they want one world government, they don't mean the whole world. I think they will split the world in two. And when they say one world government, it's for the Western world. What we have now would never work without an opposition. What they want to accomplish would never work without an opposition. And what they're setting up, what I've seen for the last couple of years, is they're splitting us in half in every aspect that they can, in religion, in sexes, in what do you call them, politics, races. We are split in half on every subject in this world. There's no gray areas no more. They took away the middleman. Now you have to choose which line of the side of the line you're standing on. Uh, yeah, I agree. I agree. But in the common man, that's not what it is. They want to unite the common man under one flag, and I think they're going to do that with Trump. I think they're going to turn him into the Lord and Savior of your country. Some want to call him the false Messiah. I don't want to go that far. The Antichrist, not that all that shit. You know, I think that is part of the plan as well. You know, for you to believe that there's a savior and a devil coming. You know, so. But remember, they're playing by their own narratives. You know, and they want a one-world government with one man on the throne, and he has to come from the place everybody's looking up to. Everybody's looking to the United States these days. You know, everything is streamlined across across Europe. It's based on the United States opinions. You know, so everybody's looking to the United States. What are we going to do? Let me just check the chat so I don't lose myself. I think Trump is going to come in office, and then he's going to cure the thing in Ukraine, and Europe will love him for that, because he stopped the Third World War and everything, you know. And all of a sudden, he's not only the American savior, he's also the European savior, you know. And then they're going to split the world in two, and I can show you what they're doing. I've been saying this for years too, ever since they started the Ukraine war. Let me pull up some map. There we go. See if I can share that. I know, Wendy. I'm talking to the united population as a whole today. I'm sorry. I don't mean you guys. I know where you stand. I know where Annette and you and Mike are standing on this. But I have to. There's people coming in after I've been to the United States. People are coming and leaving comment on my videos. So I wanted to make very, very clear about what I think is going to happen. I need to find out how I do this. Share. Which one? Okay. Why can't I see that? Google Maps. There we go. Can you see this? Yes, there it is. Yeah, it's jumping. In a moment ago, there was 10 and 7 and 4 and 3. And yeah, there's a lot of people jumping in and out, and only 3 people here. Our censored cactus were here too. So, can you see this map? I don't know how. Can I draw on this? I don't know. Oh, I suck at this. I have to go out a little further. So what I want you to see is this line. Can you see my mouse? Oh, wait. No. Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm just going to take that away. But I don't know if you can see this. At the top, you see the border between Finland and Russia. Try to follow that south. It goes down. It goes on the right of Belarusia, right here. And look where that line comes out, in the straight middle of Ukraine. If you draw a line through Ukraine and go down to Odessa, you see Odessa down here. And straight through Istanbul, and you divide the world right there. You can draw a line from northern Finland straight through middle of Ukraine to the left of Turkey and in the straits. If you pull that line, you have divided the world in two. I've checked out the land masses. You will have 54% land masses on the European side, and you will have 46% on the Russia and the Asian side. So that line actually divides the world perfectly in two. That's why they're pulling this whale in the Ukraine. That's why they want this line to be intact. I'm thinking Trump is gonna make the agreement with Putin, as I said before, and he will give half of Ukraine to Russia, and he will give the other half to NATO. It's already in the works. Let me show you another video I picked up today.
Господин Трамп, как кандидат в президенты, заявляет о том, что он готов и хочет остановить войну на Украине, мы к этому относимся вполне серьезно. Я не знаком, разумеется, с его возможными предложениями по поводу того, как он собирается это сделать. И это, конечно, ключевой вопрос. Но я не сомневаюсь, что он говорит это искренне, и мы это поддержим.
You want me to run that by you again?
То, что господин Трамп, как кандидат в президенты, заявляет о том, что он готов и хочет остановить войну на Украине, мы к этому относимся вполне серьезно. Я не знаком, разумеется, с его возможными предложениями по поводу того, как он собирается это сделать. И это, конечно, ключевой вопрос. Но я не сомневаюсь, что он говорит это искренне, и мы это поддержим. То, что господин...
So the road is paved for Trump, you know? So he's going to come, he's going to divide Ukraine in two, give one to a half to Russia, just like they did when just like they did with Korea. And when they divided Poland, they have divided a lot of countries. But the United States did it in Korea. They even did it in Vietnam too. Um, it's not a new thing. That's the politics. That's how they do it. If they want to make a border, they just split their land in two, and this is how you do it. That you just play this fake Ukraine war and make the whole world see it, and yeah, it's all part of a big play. That's what I'm saying. And once they made that line, I don't know if they're gonna build a wall. It's could be could be pretty apparent when it's Donald Trump. He loves walls. So they might end up building a new wall from northern Finland all the way down. Where there's land masses and not water, and just split the world in two. And what's gonna go on when they do that. You know. Now there's no hiding no more. This is I don't know if they're gonna play a Cold War or they're gonna play a Third World War. I have no idea. But it's very apparent that they're splitting the world exactly in half. The only reason it's not half is because they have to bend the line so it goes through the Strait of Alaska and Siberia. If they were going straight over Alaska, they would have split the land masses in two precisely. So, yeah, that is that. So, what do I think is coming? I think bad time is going to come. But first, there will be good times under our new leader in the West, whether it's Donald or somebody else. It's through the agenda 2030. There will be a new leader in the Western world for the whole Western world before 2030. That's what I believe. And it seems like Trump is that guy. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that. It's just a theory, but Lord and behold, I had some other things lined up as well. Let me see what I had. Oh, yeah. What I saw in the United States as well was a lot of weak men. It took me a little by surprise because I thought it was a country full of patriots, and even though I met a lot of patriots over there, even the patriots were minding their own business. Nobody's thinking in the whole no more. That's the feeling I get from the United States. Everybody is just looking out for their own. Everybody says, "Fuck this, we can't change it. Let's just build a fence around our own little family and our own little community and protect that shit." And you're losing your country right now, and you're losing because the media is getting to your youth. They don't stand a chance. We can judge them all we want, but the society that they grew up on is so infested that they don't stand a chance. We can see it because we were born before all that shit started, but they don't stand a chance. I'm talking about the millennials. you know, and whatever the generation is called after that. So instead of blaming them, we should stand up for them. I think I don't want to. I've I've pissed on your country enough for one night, but I think there's a lot of people in the United States that are not ready to fight for America no more. They're just ready to fight for themselves. It's like every man in for themselves, you know. Yeah, that came out totally wrong. I'm sorry about that. But I think we are too occupied on blaming the uneducated people, the unknowing people, and it's too easy to blame them for all our problems. I think we have to realize that we are as much part of the solution as they are. Uh, we are the one with the knowledge. They are ignorant. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to listen. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still our duty to close that gap. They won't do it. So instead of roaring down the street and forget it and just leave everybody else in the rearview mirror, we got to stop and pick people up. And it sucks. I know. But that is actually what we need to do. We are so fast paced toward the truth, you know, and they're stagnant, you know, they are just standing still. And they don't stand a chance if we just keep running away from them. So are we just gonna run up to people and say, "You're ignorant, you don't know shit," and just then run away from them? You know, it's it's our duty as the, I don't want to call it that, but the better knowing people, to stop and bring people along. And if we have to be manipulated about it, so be it. If we have to lie about it, so be it. This is a war of the mind. This is a war on propaganda. And we're fighting a multi-million billion-dollar propaganda machine, and we don't stand a chance in that game if we are if we base the game on rules, because they don't. So we have to stop, and we have to talk about politics for a while, and we have to have that conversation about sports or religion or whatever they need to talk about that day in order to engage them. That's what I think. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. United States' biggest problem right now is the division. Unity is what you stand for. That's why they fear you. That's why they're having this big propaganda machine over 70 years dividing you. It's because they fear you and they fear your unity. And I can't do nothing about it. I don't have that chance. But you still have a piece of paper that backs you up on your rights. I don't have that. If I had that, oh my God, I would be in court 10 months out of 12 just using that shit to get my will. Yeah. So a lot of weak men. I have.
What?
Example.
That's about right.
Why'd you stop?
Because we have like all these other stats. I have to save my fuel.
That's not how working out works.
What?
You don't save your fuel.
But then you're just gonna be exhausted.
How are you gonna make any progress if you're not taking anything close to failure?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. So the generation in the United States has never been as weak as it is. You know, I saw a clip the other day with Dana White. I want to show that too. I think I have that somewhere too. No. Oh. Okay. Mm.
Perfection is impossible.
This is something else. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody's a winner. Nobody's losing. How can you raise kids in the belief that they're always winning and think they will progress? There's a thing called progressive overload. That's how you learn shit. That's how you become better. That's how you become stronger. You know? And that clip is actually what it's about.
526 singles matches.
This guy, he says, he's a tennis player. If you don't know him, he's the best tennis player, if you ask me. And listen to what he says about failing.
Perfection is impossible. In the 1,526 singles matches I played in my career, I won almost 80% of those matches. Now, I have a question for you. What percentage of points do you think I won in those matches? Only 54%. In other words, even top-ranked tennis players win barely more than half of the points they play. When you lose every second point on average, you learn not to dwell on every shot. So here's why I'm telling you this. When you're playing a point, it has to be the most important thing in the world, and it is. But when it's behind you, it's behind you. This mindset is really crucial because it frees you to fully commit to the next point and the next point after that, with intensity, clarity, and focus.
And I think that ties very well into not giving every child a medal, because we need to lose, we need failure in our life, you know, in order to progress. It's all about focus, you know. How can we make kids have focus is if we're giving them a medal every time they just do something, you know. So yeah, now we apparently just one. Oh, maybe two guys again. I had something else I wanted to play for you. Mm. What's the Dana White thing? I mean,
$12, 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. Because
this clip gives me hope. This almost made everything right. When I saw this, I sort of say to myself, there's still decent Americans left. Look at this. This is heartwarming.
I'm working with farmers, and they're not buying one. They're buying 20,000.
Why not
$7,000, $10,000, sir?
Even at 10,000, right? Why not $7?
Well, I've never done that. I've always tried to be right. I make $1 off each one. If I sold 7,000 yesterday, I made 7
Johnny,
grand.
I can't get involved with you because there's not enough margin for me as a distributor. I need to be able to sell it for $12 at least so that I can make some profit.
Yeah, but you're selling to farmers.
I'm out.
Johnny,
Yes, sir.
farmers are the cornerstone of America. There may be a lot of farmers out there that can't afford $12 per tree, but maybe they could afford $6 or $7. I'm going to give you everything you're asking for, your $150,000 for 20%. What you're doing is right, and you deserve the chance to make it big and do a lot of good. I'd like to be your partner, Johnny. I like everything you stand for, man, and
Thank
I like
you, partner.
So it's not all doomed, right? I'm gonna drop the link and then I'm gonna start sharing the last shit I have because I'm running out of things to talk about real fast. Yeah. I'm gonna share some more clips with you. I had some more clips that I downloaded today. This is how you should raise your children. Instead of giving them a medal, do this.
Know how to raise children. When my kid came to me and he said, Daddy, a wheel came off my toy car, and he gave it to me. And I said, so it did, and I threw it in the garbage. And I went back to my magazine. And then I watched that lower lip corn off. Then he started crying. I said, what's the matter? He said, you throwed it away. I said, I'll get you baby toys where the wheels don't come off. He said, well, maybe I can fix it. So I gave it to him again. And he's sitting on the couch, and he gets it together. In just a minute or two, gets it together. Then you pick one. How did you do that? It's wonderful. He says, I'm not that little. And but how did you do it? See the hole in the wheel, yes. See the piece of iron sticking up? I put the hole in and pushed button. I said, that's wonderful. But you say, here, let Daddy do it, let Mommy do it. You produce a blob. You know what that means? You solve all your kids' problems. You have to put things upon them.
So yeah.
Weak man, tell him the truth. To offend a strong man, tell him a lie.
Hey there, Mike.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing
Yeah,
well.
I was rambling today. Sorry about that.
No, you didn't. Don't be sorry about that. That's what you got
Yeah.
inside of you.
So, how you doing?
You know, I'm good, thanks. Things are good. Steadily moving forward.
That's good to hear.
We didn't get to spend nearly enough time together when you were here, but
No, I'll be back.
we're on the treadmill.
So,
I hear what you're saying. I
yeah,
understand why you're saying what you're saying.
yeah,
I agree with the vast majority, but a couple things I would like to have you consider
yeah,
when you're, and you know how old I am, but when you're raised in this place and you get the story that you're told about what America is, and you see Ruby Ridge, Waco, Watergate, Clinton, you see all the things. They designed all of those things to make sure we would never rise up against them. And it's built so deep in people's minds, as is the idea that we're free. We have both of those things embedded into our minds as children and teenagers and young adults. And if you look at the time of all of these events that have happened in America, it's about every 8 years, something really big comes across. And so I can't blame my fellow Americans for not wanting to take a rifle and go clean house, because they're holding two different messages in their minds at the same time. Most people are terrified over here, and I think you probably
yeah,
got a lot of that. I know there's a lot of mental health issues in America, and I just I hope you don't put any hope in the people of this country righting the ship, because we probably would have done it when they killed Kennedy, or we probably would have done it with the Federal Reserve Act or all these things. So, hey, for me, that's the reason that I'm going to tend my own garden. And if I'm not a leader of men in the way that I could start a revolution and see it through, that's, I don't think I have that in me. And I don't want to, because I want other things that I can experience in spite of what they're doing. And I do believe that Agenda 2030 is the end goal. And I do think that will lead to a lot of things that we have to fight around. But that being said, I don't know that I could get enough people to clear their mind enough to want to go die in a cause that I don't know that I could do that. I don't even know how to
yeah.
start doing that.
I understand that, and I actually agree with that. I just think it's the wrong way to think. I think there needs to be a herd to lead before the leader will appear. I think it's when people are so divided as they are now, you know, the leader is he's just gonna do the same as everybody else, but if he ends up in the middle of society he sees, or unity that he sees he can lead, he will step up. So I
I
think
agree.
the leaders will come by themselves. They will surface when there's something to fight for. You know,
Yeah.
so
No, I agree. That's
yeah,
how it usually happens.
yeah,
So I want to make that point.
yeah. I'm on the same page for sure, and I don't blame the people of United States. If that's what you're hearing me wrong. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just calling it out. You know,
Sure. Yeah.
it's nobody's
Yeah.
fault. You know.
Yeah. And I think that if people can stick to their core without calling it morals or values or any of that stuff, and just do the right thing when you're in the situation, whether it's helping a stranger or whatever it is, if enough people do that, that I think that leads to something to where they look around, they're like, hey, I can do the right thing here too. Like the clip you showed of the investors.
Yeah.
That guy saw what he
Yeah,
was
that was
doing.
beautiful.
He's like, I'm with you, man. This is the right thing to do. So I'll give my
Yeah,
money up, and
and
I'm not going to take much back, but I'll get a little back.
and credit and kudos to the guy who says, I'm not selling the farmers,
Yeah.
Yeah, for standing his ground, and it was a beautiful moment. I love that. He stood his ground and somebody saw it and wanted to support it. And I don't know how much of it that's still just mainstream media, but it was a beautiful moment when you're looking at it.
Right,
Gives
staged or
you hope.
not, it was good.
Yeah, he was sincere, but I don't, the program is always manipulated,
And that little bald fucker boy, if I ever see him in person.
Yeah.
I watched him. He's Canadian. He was in a debate with a teenage girl about, I can't even remember the topic. It was either fluoride in the water or it was something, and he was such a prick to her. He belittled her and
Yeah.
he made her. Oh yeah, I should find it sometime, but he's an ass. Sorry, that was an aside.
Yeah. I think the clip showed that, So
It did.
so,
Hey, I'm glad you're
yeah.
finally unwound from being over here.
Oh yeah, and I actually forced myself to do this stream today. I haven't felt like streaming for a long time, so I just put it up. Said now I'm putting it up. Now I have to do it.
Right.
Because I miss you, but I haven't felt like being online at all. So
I know the feeling. The other thing that I wanted to point out and something to consider, given what you saw in this place and the way that you saw it work, and you explained it very well with hospitals and all this stuff, if you meet an American who's got their shit together, maybe like when I meet them, I want to know more about them. Like, but where'd you come from? What's going on? How'd you not get sucked in? Because I think those people who can deal with this, as crazy as it is, they probably got something to share,
Yeah. The problem is that I saw a lot of those people too, but they were kind of still giving up. I saw a lot of people that was just, it's like they quit the fight altogether. So it's I hear much this, oh, what can you do? And yeah, it's just gonna be worse. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but so even though if you get people to see that side of the United States, they're not willing to do something about it.
True. Yeah. Maybe never. I don't know. I think it's like if you picture a prison, the guy who understands it and doesn't mess with the guards and always has enough cigarettes to trade and always helps out the buddy and works hard and gets let out early. I think that's what most of us are hoping for. I think we're hoping to be released early.
Yeah.
Because this place does feel like a prison in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Without walls.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the system, it's the economics, and I'm trying to move, and I mean, you'd think it'd be like, oh, you just go move. Well,
but what do you know? He might finish the walls.
They're making it harder. So anyway, I appreciate you, bud.
Yeah, you too, Mike.
And we will talk again.
Yeah. And next time I will make a show about my trip, all of it. Just every place that I visit. So
that'd be cool. That would be very cool to see.
Yeah.
So
I have
then,
I just checked my phone. I got like 10 gigabytes of photos and shit I haven't shown. So could be fun to do that. Yeah.
Well, get to editing, buddy.
Yeah. I'm just lazy.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. See you, Mike.
Take care.
Bye. Mm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to leave, Annette. But I had people waiting for me at home. I'm just checking the chat. The link is still in there. If you wanna jump on and tell me that I'm wrong, because I definitely am many times. And I think that's the key nowadays is to know that we don't know all. We probably never will. And the moment we realize that, life is gonna be easier. But I am starting to do something. I realized that I want to do something because I've done the exact same thing that I'm accusing America of, you know. But I realized that on this trip, and I want to change that. So within a couple of years, I will open up my own gym, and I want to help people who is in a hot spot, fighting their way, fighting their purpose, fighting their way in life, who they are, who they want to be, and how to get there. Because I think I have a lot of tools in that wagon. So that is going to be my mission. I'm going to help people in the only way I know how is through physical training. And hopefully I can implement a little good in this world, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be my new mission in life. I've actually decided that I'm not gonna be on the internet scrowning for all this the realization and revelation that I and the truth. Actually, if to be honest, after visiting the United States, my mission is to make sure that my country doesn't go there. And I'm going to do mine to stop that because I think we are on that path. And if people like myself don't do something, we will get there. We will be in a just as bad a state as the United States is these days. And I don't want to be that guy that gave up on my country because I did that 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said, fuck this place. Fuck my people. They're no longer my people. Now I'm just going to do me. And now, what I realized on my adventure in the US is that it's not over here. It can be a hell of a lot worse than it is in my country. So I can't point out a problem in the United States without doing something myself. So that is going to be my mission in life to help people. You know. See you, Mike. Thank you for coming. No, Annette, if you're talking to me, I can't see the pictures you're sending me on the phone still. It's not working. So you have to send it on mail. Did you send it to me on mail? That's the only way I can see the pictures you're sending me. Yeah. Uh, yeah, even though her mom thought that I was reckless playing the music. So, but yeah, uh, that's what that's what I stand for. Unconditional love for children, women, and dogs. You know, and if every guy just did that, it would be a beautiful place to be in. Uh, did I have more? Or did I show everything? Yeah. Uh, let me just say this. Now Mike is gone. So that was a little bad because I want to say this. Every person I've felt over there is real. You know, every person I met over there is real. Um, and the people who I've seen face to face from the internet has been the best persons I've seen in a long time. And they all greeted me like family, and I met a lot of new friends over there. So yeah, I I can't express enough. You all know who you are: Annette, Mike, Stacy, Tara, Patrick, and Johnny Cool, Sharky. You know, Lucky, Fathead, and his whole family, beautiful family. You know, and we were talking about raising kids. They're doing it right down there. You know, they're not sugarcoating their kids. They're treating them about life. You know, so cheers for friendship. I've had a lot of new friends. I have a hard time calling people my friends before I meet them in real lives, and I'm proud to call everybody that I met over there for my friend. Um, yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the rest of you is just as equal. Uh, but the beauty of it that every picture I have of all these people that I was meeting over there was a true copy of who they are, you know? And I think that's amazing. I met like 10, 12 people over there, and they were all as advertised. So, yeah. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's just cements that everything we're doing in here is real. And if any of you ever want to come to this country, I'll set you up. No questions asked. All you need to do is buy a plane ticket, and I'll take care of you. Hey there, Eric DeLeon. Good to see you, my friend. So, to friendship, I want to play this clip.
Your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
And we're down.
Who's Kyle gonna take?
That is real friends. You know, not people who are agreeing with you, not people that are nodding at you, but loyalty and trust in the hardest moment, you know, and you have my friendship. I will be there if life falls on your face. So just know that. Yeah, I get that a lot, Eric. I given up to try figure out that, but you're not the only one. So I don't know how they play that game no more because I stopped looking. Mm.
$12, 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. Because
That was the wrong one. Have I played everything I wanted to play today? Trump is gonna save us. Yeah. When it comes from you, I know it's bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. I already addressed that one, Eric. So you have to wind back a little. So, but but we have. Let me play this one.
The thing about having horrible people in your life is it can ruin your faith in people. But the one thing that it does do, it makes you really appreciate good people. Yeah. If you can get past it, you could you don't appreciate sunshine unless you experience a lot of rain. You have to feel cold to appreciate the warmth, and so you get spoiled otherwise. So that's.
So yeah. Oh, the beard. Oh, it's grown wild. Yeah, I haven't trimmed it yet, and the hair is crazy too. I have to go to the barber shop. I'm just too fucking lazy. So, but yeah, I think it's very important that we don't sign off on people that is left behind the wagon, because we will lose a lot of good people if we do so. I've said this before many times. I think that we have to embrace the suck, have to embrace that there is unknowing people, that there is people that don't want to know, in order to enjoy those who do. You know, it's the polarity, the yin and the yang, and the balance again, you know. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'm rambling today because I'm tired. It's early in the morning. I'm gonna do a little more structured show next Sunday, where I go in depth and I put up everything, all my souvenirs on the wall behind me, and I tell you about my trip to the United States and what I saw. You know, today I just wanted to vent all that shit that I saw over there and what I've seen ever since I come back home. And next show is gonna be a little more fun. You know, this was just something I winged, and it shows. so I'm sorry about the rambling today, but I think you got the message. You know, I see the United States as one big mess these days, but I don't think you can blame anybody but the system and the propaganda machine behind it. It is the newer generation that's grown up in this type of United States don't stand a chance. How could they? You know, they're stuck with that I'mRight.com all day long, you know, and they don't stand a chance. We can't fight the propaganda machine. I think we have to go down on the level to talk to people instead of sitting on the high horse. Get off our high horse and just talk to people regularly. Just whatever they need to talk about. I actually experienced that when I lay down my conspiracy nonsense, you know, and just talk to people. They were willing to listen, you know. But the moment I stuck to my guns about all that shit, you know, then they won't, you know. I had conversations about religion, about Jesus, the Bible, and that's very new to me. So I learned stuff too. Let me address that so as the last thing. Um, I had some kind of awakening over there. I'm not a believer in God as a person, uh, Jesus as a person. I never have been, but I experienced some things over there that was pretty hard to explain. Basically, I experienced multiple times that when I said things out loud, somebody was listening, and not only listening, but actually sent shit my way. So I've come to the conclusion that there is some higher force. There is what people call God. You know, I call it the universe. You know, the universe listens to me. And if I'm in need, it helps me even. I experience that a lot too. And yeah, that's how far I've come with religion. I know that is something listening, and especially in hard times, they listen even more. Or maybe I'm most, what do you know, open to it in hard times. Yeah, I know, Eric. I'm not quite there yet. But I do know that I'm not alone, that there is somebody listening. And I think it feels like that whatever it is or who it is has accepted that I don't believe of the concept of Jesus Christ, but I still have a dialogue with something above, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm ever gonna get there because I believe that religion is so infiltrated that it's hard for me to take a stand on, especially when I know that everything else I've seen for the past 10 years have been either faked or infiltrated or corrupted. So, but I think as long as I have this dialogue with myself, the universe, the man above, what does it matter what I call him? That's the conclusion I've come to. I've come to the conclusion there is something that I can't explain that is higher than me and that is important. And I will try to develop that. That is a big step of mine, to have conversations outside my head, because I had this before, but I never spoke it out loud. And I've experienced when I speak it out loud, shit happens. So I have to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. So I think that is going to be the final words for me today. I do believe there is a creator, because I also know that I live in a creation. Now I just have to explore that and see where the strings are taking me. And I think that's the best road for me, because that's how I operate. I never want a determined belief systems to work from, because I think that's how we got here in the first place. So I think the best way for me personally is that to explore that spiritual realm that I experienced is to not have a predetermined rule set for it, aka religion. So I think I'm just going to pull the strings that I see and see whatever falls down, and I react to it. And I'll see where it's going, So, yeah, I was spiritual before, but I am more spiritual after my trip to United States. And now I want to see how I can make this implement this in my everyday life, and what I can benefit from it, because this is definitely a side that I've ignored for a long time. Yeah. So that is the final words for me today. I am not a firm believer in the notion of Jesus Christ, like many other people are, but I am in the firm belief that there is a creator, and that he listens. Yes. Thank you all. I'll see you all on the flip side. This is Rebel TV. Over and out. Let me play a piece of music for you. Oh shit. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh shit. I have more than 10 videos in there.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you don't feel blessed, you won't be blessed. You gotta know your worth before you can be worth anything. All the days when not a thing went right. Blessed nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior. I'm blessed because I got fight. When failure tried to take my mind, I wouldn't let failure take my life. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I got fight. Broken in pain, lonely, battered and bruised, always the same day. Nothing new or unusual, seems like nothing changed. It's always the same rules. No matter how bad it gets, I refuse to lose. No matter how bad it gets, I'll keep on moving. No matter how bad it gets, I can still choose to keep fighting up, to keep trying up, to keep grinding up, keep rising up. I just got to that point where enough was enough. I can't keep complaining, sitting and waiting for luck. I have to stop asking why me and start looking inside. Push through the pain and tell my story on the other side. Had to anything close to what I gotta say. All the days when not a thing went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I got fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got fight. They never got to see all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the choice between heat and eating or having lights. All the knockdowns, snapbacks and failed tries. They don't see the wounds and scars cause they're internalized. They think I'm blessed and think that everything went right. They just see the end results and think I'm alright because I always smile. But they ain't seen the grind. I work so hard that overtime is just normal time. When you lose it all and then still lose again, it builds a different kind of fight inside. It builds a different kind of drive, different kind of fight, different kind of fire, different kind of desire, a different kind of light. But I'm blessed because I've got fight. I wasn't handing nothing. The callus on my hand shows you I ain't bluffing. I'm like the time, you can't stop me for nothing. It's a marathon and I just keep on running. All the days when not a thing went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I got fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got fight.
That's my blessing. Not that I was handed my dreams, but that I had enough fight in me, that I had enough belief in me to go after my dream, that I had the courage to keep going, to push through the pain, to rise through the darkness, and to tell my story on the other side. My story, my blessed story.
All the days when not a thing went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because